Yo, what's going on, everybody? Today is Friday, September 19th, 2025. Bitcoin block height 915416. Transaction fees 3 sats per VByte across the board. Low, medium, and high priority. Just over 133 unconfirmed transactions in this mempool. Bitcoin USD price 116,266 US pieces of paper. 24-hour high was 117,998. 24-hour low was 116,100. $1 gets you 860 Satoshis. Bitcoin Spaces protocol 1.5272. Total Bitcoin burned 9,140 bids. 2,942 transfers and registers. And 3,051 rollouts. Spaces in auction. Allah. Moscow. Yahweh, Berlin, London, all can be claimed, but still open for bidding. Student, RB, PB, OB, claimable in about 21 hours. Recent Spaces actions, some bids on ARC, Author, Label, Cadet, A2A. And we had some rollouts. Amar, JA, HV, Jamam, Jomami, HB, JU, JV, QU, QB, and QY. So the Qs, we saw, what do we see? We saw the Ws, perhaps, the Rs, and now we're seeing the Qs. So 2 characters, QB, quarterback, being rolled out here. Soon they'll be scooped up. We only have 3,051 names, so 3,600, about 10 come out a day, so about 3,600 a year. So almost 1 full year Spaces protocol has been out, and we got over 3,000 rollouts, so 3,000 names have been created, and over 1.5 Bitcoin has been burned. So people are burning their Satoshis to register these names, these Bitcoin wallet addresses, human readable Bitcoin wallet addresses on the network. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Upcoming rollouts in Spaces protocol: ARC, Cadet, Label, QH, QK, A2A, Author, QW, QJ, and Covenant. Expected in block 915553. So it looks like somebody tried to time this again. Man, timing the Bitcoin blockchain, it ain't easy. It seems easy because you're like, oh, a block comes every 10 minutes. But no, it don't. It does not come every 10 minutes. I think that's just the average. A Bitcoin block gets found, mined on average every 10 minutes. But in reality, man, you see, they're coming seconds, minutes, hours. Man, sometimes you be sitting there for a block, like, oh, I'm just waiting for this block, waiting for this confirmation. It's like 50 minutes. It still hasn't come around. You're like, damn. And then you're trying to time it, or you're trying to do something on the Bitcoin blockchain. And you're like, I got like 60 minutes. You know, it's 6 blocks out or something. Nope. 6 blocks, rapid succession. Boom, 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 boom. Real quick. That's how it happens, dude. It's wild. It's crazy. So here, it looks like somebody put these bids out, 1,600 Satoshis, trying to be the top and get the rollout. So the highest bid, the top 10 highest Satoshi amounts roll out each day. So trying to top the previous one. So let's see what Amor was. Amor 1,600. All right, so they were just tying. So it's probably the same dude. This came in block 408. This came in block 409. So likely what happened was somebody was in here. Block was about to roll out. They were bidding on some names here. Block 405, 401, 405, 406, 408. And yeah, so 409. So they had bids that got confirmed in the same block as the rollout block, which in this case is block 409. So only the bids that came in block 408 or prior roll out. So now the 409 bids, they're going to be on the next upcoming rollout. But then somebody can see 1,600 is the minimum that you need to be at. We only got 3 pages. So it's 30 names here sitting. So it'll probably come. I've seen it where, you know, people are trying to outbid each other. That's one of the cool things too about Spaces Protocol. You got to bid, man. So you got to bid. The rollout goes to the highest bidder. The space goes to the highest bidder. It's not just, you know, somebody can come in here and just grab all these names. Like with a lot of other naming protocols, they'll just come out and it's like first come, first serve. You know, somebody will just mint or register all the best names. And then that's it. You know, it's just gobbled up. All the names are gobbled up. With this, only 10 names come out a day. And if somebody bids on it, you can't last minute snipe it. Because if somebody bids, it gets pushed back 24 hours. So now you got to wait another day and hope nobody bids on it. And then if somebody does, like, damn it. And then if you bid on it, it gets pushed out another 24 hours. So, man, some of these bids have gone on. Let's take a look at some of these bids here. Number of bids, sort by the highest. 49 bids. Damn. For hello. That's the most. 49 bids. So hello came out here. When did it come out? Oh, it doesn't tell me to block. Oh, I got to look here. All right, the pages. So there was an opening bid December 11th. And it didn't get registered until January 9th. So almost a full month, 30 days. So this thing was just being bid on, 49 bids, 51 total events. So 49 bids, and then you got the open and the transfer. So they don't count as bids, but they are events. Is that what it is? Oh, the rollout? Maybe the roll. Yeah, the rollout. Okay. So the opening bid counts as a bid. That's a bid, opening bid. But the rollout is the event. That doesn't count for the bids. And then the transfer is also an event, but that doesn't count for the bids. So hello came out. It's like 30 days. 30 days it took. That's wild, right? Number of bids. Let's see. Bot. I know that was a popular one too. Bet was a popular one too, and then somebody just came in and broke it open with the 0.009999999. And they got it, you know? Could have just put it at 0.01, but that might have not scared some people off. But all the nines, you know, that's impressive. That's scary. It looks big. And that's the thing cool. It's like, you know, it's an auction process in here, and we're looking. It's fun. It's fun. It's exciting. You know, you're bidding. QQ, surprising. QQ, 35 bids. ZK, 40 bids. 0.01. So 1 million Satoshis for ZK. And Art, 41 bids. Not surprising here, really. You know, a lot of these are, I mean, these are great names. XP, 33 bids. Cloud, Star, media, node, film. Little surprised here. Film, node, I don't know. At node, I guess that's all right. Gaming, wine, ask. So some of these are good because you could see them as community, like wine, right? Okay. A wine community. You're really going to want wine. Gaming, the gaming community, anything at gaming, you know, that's pretty nice. That's pretty impressive. And then the other ones, you could say ask or hello. So ask could be, you're going to ask a question. Like it could be some sort of website that's a Google search engine. It could be an AI, you know, and of course we did have AI. That was one of the highest ones. Bid value, actually. All right. Not fetching. Fetch my data. AI here, 7 million Satoshis. And Bitcoin, of course, the highest, 10 million. 10 million Satoshis on Bitcoin. And then ID, that's another one. And then the single digits, right? They went really quick. These ones went quick. So, yeah, I was ripping on other protocols where someone comes in, obviously the new people come in and they get all the names pretty much. They gobble them up. Yeah, you know, that happens here too, but just not to that great extent because only 10 names come out a day. So you can't come in here and gobble up all the single digits, all the great names or whatever. You got to do it systematically, 10 days at a time. And then even after that, the 10 highest bids advance to the daily auction, right? Every day 10 spaces come out. And then they sit in the auction status for 10 days. They go through the status. So let's see here. So these ones just rolled out, right? So HV just rolled out. And it's in auction for 10 days. So it's not going to be claimable until block 916848. And it just came out in block 915409. That's about 10 days worth of blocks. And if somebody bids on it, it pushes it back another 24 hours. So another day. So all those names that came out, you know, you can't really gobble these up. So it's pretty nice pretty nice feature here to keep from one entity or one person from coming in and getting all the names. There's still a ton of names available. As you can see, popular right now in Spaces Protocol are the double digits, the 2 characters, you know, 600 and some possible combinations for 2 characters. And they're just being rolled out, you know, casually rolled out. They're being bid on. I saw a couple of them. Let's see here. These ones just rolled out, but something like PB, you know, there's 3 bids on it. So people are bidding on them. Not as high as when it first came out. You know, we were seeing like 40 bids. These ones recently, I think we're only getting like 5 bids, something like that. 3 bids, you know, student, it's got 3 bids on it. It'll probably go. Now, this is one of the longer names, but it's still a decent name. Student, you know, I could see that being used. There's just so many. There's just so many ideas and things that you could use these for. Websites, identities, gamer tags, Nostr, npubs, Bitcoin wallet addresses. It's really any peer-to-peer app in the future too. You know, it's just going to be crazy. Is Bitcoin going to be around? Well, you got a 32 byte hash on the Bitcoin blockchain that if Bitcoin ain't going away, then that hash ain't going nowhere either. So you're going to own this name. And I expect these numbers to go way up. These bid numbers to go way up. So claiming something like London for 1,200 Satoshis, 1,200 Satoshis, extra cheap. I mean, that's like $1, $2, something like that. Super cheap now. And it's just the way it works when things come out. People don't know about it. People think it sucks. We got a lot of this FUD going on with the core and the op return and the knots with the op return, and people are fighting about all that. But you can run this Spaces protocol with core. You can run Spaces protocol with knots. Like I said, it's only 32 bytes, so knots puts the default filter at 42 bytes, so you can get your subspaces. You can run your node. I think that's one of the things that's holding people back, though. Right now, you need a node. You need to run a Bitcoin node. So it really is a limited amount of people that run Bitcoin nodes. So you got to run a Bitcoin node to get into Spaces protocol. Now, the team did create a wallet, the Akron wallet. You can find it at akron.io. But it's not Windows compatible yet. It's only Linux and Macintosh. So it's a huge market. A lot of people use Windows. So until they get that Windows wallet out, I can see this still just chilling under the radar here because not many people run a node. And right now, you kind of need to run a node. Plus, it's command line. But they're working on that. You know, they're working on the Windows Akron desktop wallet, the subspaces, which you can find out more at spacesprotocol.org. You can find out more at the GitHub. There's all types of information out there on this. And they're coming out with a mobile wallet too. So that's going to be huge too. The mobile wallet is just going to be subs. So just subspaces from my understanding. You're not going to be able to get these top level spaces, but you'll be able to manage all your subs and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. That's pretty interesting. All right, let's take a look at the peer-to-peer marketplace here. Spaces.market latest listings. We got Security, AP, Hyper, Nature, Give, Fred, Speak, QE, and a cursing face emoji. All right, that's going to be it for this one. Thank y'all for watching.